Let me know if that's a good volume for the music, everybody. Welcome, guys. Welcome, BTC community, XRP community, Ethereum community, LTC community, XLM community, ADA community, Link community, DLT community, crypto community, all the communities out there. Appreciate you guys tuning in for the video that was before this where Brad Garlinghouse was talking on Power Crunch. Guys, that was unreal support for this channel. I think we had over like 300 people tuning in. We had over 100 likes in such a short span of time. That is so unreal, and I'm just so thankful to the people who tuned in for that stream, whether you're part of the XRP community or not. That just meant a lot, man. Like, that was unreal to see that type of number on this channel, and just want to say thank you guys so much. Really grateful for that, and welcome. So we're gonna start up a Brave together and see if anybody wants to join in, and we can start talking about you know, the recent news. I think this is the biggest piece of news to be covering, especially on this channel, since we do love the XRP community out there, and we do love XRP. And I think this is on everybody's minds, and I think it just helps if we get together, talk about it, get all these different perspectives, see if it's really a big deal to be worried about, see if it really isn't. You know, that's what it's all about here. So I'm going to start up this Brave together and share the link with you guys. If you guys are on Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter, because sometimes I share the link in the YouTube chat and it just doesn't pop up. People can't see it, so I'll just DM it to people through Twitter. So if you don't have my Twitter account, if you don't know what my Twitter is, I'll type it in the chat here. Hopefully you guys can see that. 25 Puda, what's up, man? He's saying first day in XRP. That's a good first day to be in, man. Welcome to the Blue Crew. I just gave you a wrench. Please use it wisely. By the way, you guys, not a financial advisor, not a pro trader. Will never tell you guys what to do. Appreciate y'all. All right, so let's invite some people in. Here we go. Sound is good. Appreciate you. What's up to the 6 viewers? Thanks for the 1 like. I got a feeling it's going to be a dramatically different stream than what we just did with those 300 viewers and the hundreds of people liking, man. That was unreal. You know, good little taste of greatness there for the moment. So, I don't know why I gave a YouTube link. Sorry, give me a sec. There we go. XRP number 1, how you doing, man? Thanks to the 7 viewers tuning in. Thanks for the 2 likes already, you guys. We're just getting together with the peeps, talking on Brave together here, talking about Ripple, talking about the SEC ruling. Guys, this isn't an official statement on whether XRP is a security or not. Not yet, at least. This isn't anything official in terms of that. So that has to be known out there, because I think a lot of people are already assuming now, oh, that means XRP is a security. That means, you know, I got to bail, right? I got to sell. A lot of inexperienced investors or people who have not done enough research on XRP or Ripple in this space. I mean, if they want to bow out, that's totally up to them. I'll never tell anybody what to do. But we just know this is plans within plans, mind games at its finest. Thanks to the 10 viewers. What's up to the 4 likes, guys? Thanks so much for tuning in. Exactly, Hope. It's just another step. It's the official step towards clarity. Now we have an official step towards clarity. It's very important to know. We know clarity for sure now is going to be coming. However long they decide to drag this out, I'm waiting till the very end of it. Sure, there might be some ups, there might be some downs. It may be classified as a security and then eventually changed to not being a security. That's how crazy it could get. Kata Tattoo, how you doing? What do you think if Ripple comes out good of the situation and they get clearance? What could happen with the price of XRP? Kata, I'm liking that thinking. Here's a wrench, by the way. Are you guys seeing the link for the Brave together, by the way, that I shared in the chat? I've been having a lot of trouble trying to share my links through YouTube for some reason, and it just doesn't allow it. So I would like to know if you guys are seeing it or not. I mean, if Ripple, for example, FinCEN slapped Ripple on the wrist back in the day, and then they officially considered XRP and XRP2, which has a bit license, by the way, by the New York Department of Justice, as a currency, that it is not a security, right? And usually what FinCEN sees, SEC aligns with that thinking. What the Department of Justice sees, they align with that thinking. So SEC is going to get educated. They already know what the end game is at the end of the day. I think some people think that a lot of this stuff just happens out of nowhere and then they work on it from there. We already know what the end game is going to be. It's just nice seeing that official step towards clarity right there. Who was that company the SEC sued Kick? And they were sued for the initial coin offering and then current status was not affected? Exactly, XRP number one. And what's going on with Kick? Kick got a slap on the wrist, and Kin is now migrating over to the Solana blockchain. So Kin is still alive and doing things. But guys, we're talking about a company that, before any other cryptos in this space were thinking about regulators, they were the first one. Ripple and XRP used for the promotion of making XRP mass adopted. Ripple was all about working with regulators since day one. The first crypto to say, hey, wait, we're not trying to be anarchistic here. We're not trying to take down banks. We're not trying to take down governments. That's not the intention of this coin. We're trying to help them, right? We're not trying to replace fiat. We're trying to help fiat, right? The first one in this whole space, and you think that would be crazy that the first crypto company to say they want to work with regulators, they want to work with governments, is going to get shut down? I don't think so. 13 viewers, 9 likes. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I mean, isn't it convenient that Brian Brooks and Brad Garlinghouse in the past few weeks have had all these interviews on CNBC and other forms of news stations talking about regulatory clarity and the importance of regulatory clarity. And then now you're starting to get the steps towards regulatory clarity. And this is a crucial step. People are thinking, oh, the SEC is going to clamp down on Ripple and XRP, going to shut it down. No. This is something way bigger than that. This is affirming or confirming, that Ripple is as big as we think it is. And a lot of people in the space still don't give it enough credit of what it's doing in the space. What other crypto company in the space has this much attention by CNBC from the regulators? What other crypto company in the space? I love Stellar. Don't get me wrong. I love Stellar very much. Definitely one of my other holdings alongside XRP. But you're not seeing Stellar Foundation talking on CNBC very often. Hell, you're not even seeing IBM talking about blockchain on the news, educating the masses about what instrument or digital asset they're using. And yes, I understand the argument can be, well, since they're being so quiet, that means they're so big, right? Really pull the rug out from underneath people and be like, oh, you didn't know XLM was bigger than you thought. I'm not trying to bash on XLM or Stellar. What I'm trying to say is it seems very clear that Ripple is one of those pioneers in the space, without a doubt, towards pushing for mass adoption of digital assets and providing education to the masses about what digital assets are, what they do, about blockchain, about Ripple, about XRP, right? Oh, Hope. Very suspiciously convenient. And especially with the announcement happening on 12/20 freaking 1. The shift to a new era has begun, and it has to start off ugly a little bit. Hell, man, every seed begins underneath the dirt, right? And you feed that seed long enough, you water it long enough, it'll sprout out to the flower and go beyond the dirt into the air, right? Appreciate the 21 viewers and the 11 likes. Let me know if you guys are seeing the Brave Together link in the chat. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put it into the description, and you guys will probably see it there. So I'm going to put it at the top of the description for this video. And if you guys want to jump into Brave Together and talk about this regulatory clarity or regulatory uncertainty, and, you know, jump in and we can have a little bit of a dialogue back and forth, feel free. I mean, I could ramble all day long, as the Blue Crew knows, about all this stuff. But it's always a lot more fun when I'm talking to other peeps. So I'm going to put it into the description. Exactly, Chinese bamboo. Shout out to Fritz the Bear, by the way. The Crypto Bear. Miss you, dude. Alrighty, so I added the Brave Together link into the description of the video as well if anybody wants to jump in and join in. Hey, what's up, man? So I added the Brave Together link into the description of the video as well if anybody wants to jump in and join in. What's up, man? We're getting a little bit of an echo on your end, just giving you a heads up.
Yeah, I shut it off.
All right, awesome. So how you doing today, man? What are you thinking about all this?
Oh man, I don't know what to think. Honestly, I'm kind of confused because what, buddy? You know, at first I was like, you know, sweet, this is awesome. You know, now we're gonna get regulatory clarity.
Right.
We're finally gonna see Ripple get into a federal court. I got you. We're finally going to see Ripple get into a federal court and get a ruling. What is it? Is it a security? Is it a commodity? What, you know? Is it a currency? What is it going to be? So I think it's good news, but I think it's also confusing because why? Like you were saying in your video. Your last video, because I was watching it before you started this one. Why now?
Right.
You know, Jay Clayton's been the SEC head of the SEC since 2017. XRP has been around since 2017. Why wait until the last freaking day? You know.
Exactly. I think a lot of people in the XRP community are saying, you know, screw you, Jake Clayton, and saying a lot of bad things to him right now. I think we're going to end up saying, dude, thank you, Jake Clayton, for your last move to be so gracious, because now we are in that path for sure to see what regulatory clarity is going to be all about. That's all we're asking for, right? Is just to know what the hell this investment is. What this XRP thing is, what this digital asset is. It's great news.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, is this a signal that is this a signal that the Trump administration is finally giving up too? Is this the kind of the FU from the Trump administration?
Oh. I mean, we still haven't seen Gallagher Mnuchin do anything yet in terms of the regulatory sledgehammer that the Circle CEO has been talking about. So we got to see what ends up happening with that. Who knows, man? Like, what I'm surprised is how is the price of XRP going to respond this week? So far, it doesn't seem like a lot of people sold too much. We did go down to 47 cents with it, which is a little bit discouraging, but you would have expected probably a lot more people to start, especially whales, to start letting go of their XRP, and the whales are holding strong.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna go down to the 20 to 30 cent range.
And so, there still is that possibility. The further along we go into the week, but you know, there's still that possibility as well that maybe in 2 days or on a Friday, all of a sudden XRP goes up to 75 cents and people are like going, wait a second, what about all this regulatory uncertainty? Why is the price moving up? It's holding back a lot of people from jumping into XRP in general right now, all this regulatory uncertainty.
Yeah. I don't know. I had in my head that I don't know if you saw my last video, but I went into a guy. I showed an interview of a guy named Steve Piesnick, and he was he was special counsel for 4 different presidential administrations. He's an MD. He's a psychiatrist, and he has a degree in psychological warfare. And what he was talking about was that all of the mail-in ballots were watermarked with, and he specifically said QFS blockchain encryption code. And he said that he said they know where all the ballots are. He said there is no proving whether or not that there was election fraud or not. He said they already know. He said this was an entire sting operation. It was psychological warfare. And so when, from his resume, the things that he has on his background, I mean, he was special counsel for President Ford, George W. Bush, and then 2 other presidents I can't remember off the top of my head. Just based off his resume and trying to take him seriously on what he's saying, it makes me think that this whole SEC move is maybe just a distraction from the sting operation that he's talking about, just to kind of pivot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you, and we've speculated on that before, right? Isn't it convenient that Ripple, Twitter, and I forgot what other, I think it was PayPal or some other organization said that they were all for ensuring, protection against voter fraud before the elections happen. Remember, Ripple posted that thing out saying, "Hey, we're all about supporting, against voter fraud." And we speculated, what if they've been tracking all these votes through blockchain, and what if it is through the XRPL, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm
that would be insane, dude. That I would shit my pants.
Hey, I mean, that would a lot of people have their own speculations of who's going to be the president and stuff. I'm not trying to get into that, but if they were able to track and truly through blockchain all these votes, that's going to be insane once they announce how they were able to track it. And they'll say, we were able to track it through a distributed ledger technology called XRP or XRPL. That would drive people nuts, man. That would automatically bring so much adoption into the space, without a doubt. But I just want to say what's up to our viewer in here, the next person who joined in. What's up, man?
Hey, man, this is Josiah. How's it going?
Josiah, how you doing, Josiah Turner? Good to see you, man.
Yeah. Doing good, man. Doing good. Yeah, the whole thing, I'm agreeing a lot with you. Word around the campfire is exactly what you were saying with the whole quantum voting system. I keep hearing it over and over again. The what I like to call word around the campfire keeps saying that we're going Star Trek, while the regular old news keeps saying we're going Mad Max.
Right.
And keeps my hopes up. And exactly, if I was the powers that be on the backside of this whole thing, I would be doing exactly what they were doing in order to FUD the market to buy cheap and go long.
Yeah. Hey, and while it's still an unregulated market, they can just keep doing this stuff all day.
Oh yeah.
So I hear you, man. I would love to see that link about the what you were talking about there, TJ, about the quantum voting system. I think that would be interesting to look into, just to see if we can find any connections there towards Ripple. But I find it interesting that Ripple was one of the only blockchain companies that was talking about, support against voter fraud.
The post office has a copyright or a patent. Yeah, the post office has a patent on it that came out, I think, in October. And oh man, I can't remember which cryptocurrency was on there. I don't remember if it was HBAR or if it was, because it wasn't VeChain, and I didn't see XRP. I saw one of them on there, and I was really surprised.
IOTA, perhaps?
It'd be nice to take a look at just type in voter patent or post office voting patent, quantum voting system patent.
Yeah, if you guys, I'll search that for sure. But if you guys have the link, anybody in the chat who has it, please share it, and I'll take a look into that later for sure. I was also thinking about XLM in this regard. What if Ripple, because I'm definitely pro Ripple, and I think things are going to play out in Ripple's favor and XRP's favor, but trying to take a look at the opposite side of the coin, what if Ripple does get XRP does get classified as a security, Ripple does start to get shut down, for example, from what it's doing, and all that just starts shifting over to Lumens and starts shifting over to the Stellar side, because then they would technically be the only ones really dealing with correspondent banking and all those banking partnerships that Ripple had, right? What if that signals the rise of XLM and the crash of XRP? I always have to look at the opposite side. It doesn't seem like the likely outcome, but you know, there is that possibility too.
It kind of looks like as XLM showed up, it looked like Ripple had completed doing its little thing that it needed to complete and needed to create something else. So
right,
they sent one of their guys over to create a new project to then take care of all of the stuff that XRP would not be able to take care of because of the high level of volume, and which is why I heard Brad Garlinghouse say, well, when you run out of, or you got too much volume on the XRP world, then you just use a different currency. I think he was talking about XLM. So it's kind of like they're brothers.
I'd like to think there has to be some cryptos that are going to be interoperating with each other in this future, and it seems like XRP and XLM will be interoperating most likely with each other in the future.
Yeah, at first I was seeing that XLM was taking care of Africa, while XRP was taking care of the bigger central banking shifting of money, and like Mojaloop and the rest of the smaller transaction stuff is dealt with by XLM with the whole IBM world, and then we're going to see what happens with the cashless Super Bowl coming up, because you get regulatory clarity right before the cashless Super Bowl, because you got Visa owning Earthport, which is XRP, and then Pepsi is a huge sponsor of the Super Bowl, which is a big buddy with Zilliqa.
Oh, I like that.
So, yeah. And there's a whole lot of other stuff in there. Yeah, because there's Arizona State University using HBAR as their COVID track and trace program.
There we go.
Which I'm sure is a beta test for the Super Bowl track and trace program. And then you got VeChain playing along with the merchandise world, hot and heavy, which is, well, that's Super Bowl right there.
Yeah.
You can authenticate the merchandise.
Right.
And IOTA's got to play a game here somewhere. I mean, they're Internet of Things. I think they're going to play a big giant game like Singularity Net.
Yeah.
AGA.
Basically, most of those cryptos you just said, I bought a lot more yesterday. I got some HBAR. I got myself some IOTA. Myself some ADA. You know, I just wanted to make sure I kept stacking up on those. I love me some XRP. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, those other projects. Yeah, exactly, man. I'm trying, man. I want to definitely keep increasing that HBAR one, because it's been at 3 cents for too long, and something's got to give with that project. Like, yeah.
I mean, you can't be in bed with all these different governments and their security protocols without one of these days going sky high.
Yeah, exactly.
At some point, you got to tell the world what you're doing.
Yeah. At some point, Hyperledger has to actually start using all these freaking projects that's on its consortium, man. We're talking about all the major projects, like just a handful: XRP, XLM, Ethereum, HBAR, and what's it called? Cardano's part of it now too. So yeah, I want to see.
Good.
Yeah. They just joined this year, actually, so that was pretty good news for Cardano.
Are they playing nice with banks yet?
That's the thing, man. I think Cardano is funny. Like, I think they give off the presentation that they want to circumvent banks, like to the people who are investing, or like to the Twitter community and whatnot. But then, yeah, underneath they're like, yeah, we want to play with regulators. We want to play ball, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's the longest running organization, no matter what name you want to call it by, a pharaoh, a king, a
Yeah.
Vatican, or whatever. Banks have been around as long as we've been writing history
Yeah.
down. And you think you're going to go up against that. I mean, they made that movie, The International, where the dude was at the very beginning.
Right.
I'm going to go tell some secrets of the bank. And well, he had a heart attack in 12 hours by being pricked in the neck. Oh, no.
Yeah.
You think you're going to
Exactly.
come up against that? Oh, we're gonna undo banks. Sure you are.
Yeah. Man, yeah, so much. It's very convenient, all the timing of how all this is going down. I mean, Brian Brooks and Brad Garlinghouse literally weeks ago talking about the importance of regulatory clarity. They were even calling out the SEC, and now the SEC is like, "All right, you're calling us out. Let's do this. Let's tango." And on 12/21, that happens, man. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it's been getting really interesting once the planet, what is that, Jupiter and Saturn do their
Yeah.
little alignment thing, and now all of a sudden we got a whole bunch more interesting things occurring.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was another thing too. There was a bill, a national defense bill for the fiscal year, that they put out every year, it's basically an organization of manpower where they put each military in place to do what and when and where. That bill organizes all that, and Trump vetoed it. I think it was yesterday or the day before. So that was another indication of, like, is this quantum financial blockchain encryption code real?
Right.
Is it just a rumor, or is the Trump administration really stabbing the back on the Biden administration before they come in? But then another kicker too is we saw an article from the Pentagon saying that they had halted all meetings with the Biden transition team. So I don't know, man. I feel like we might see the military step in here, and I think military courts are going to be the ones that make the final decision on what's going on, because between the Pentagon halting transition team meetings for Biden, Trump vetoing the national defense bill for next year, and then the rumor of this quantum financial blockchain technology. I mean, it's
Holy cow. Whoa.
yeah.
Dude, oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. You brought up a show that I used to watch and love, and it's called Battlestar Galactica. I don't know if you guys have heard about this. It had 3 seasons to it. And dude, I need to rewatch that again, cuz all the steps that happened in that show are happening right now. There was an election that happens in that show around the 2nd season or so, and it was a controversial election. It tore people apart amongst their crew, and the story is about a ship that had to leave its former planet because it got destroyed. So they're just like trying to figure out things on this ship. And so they nominated a different president. And now, oh my God, that's so crazy, because they end up going to trial for this presidency, for who's the real ruler of that ship. And it ends up coming down to the military. It ends up coming down to one of the generals speaking about what was legitimate and what not, and who ends up becoming the president after that. And the whole ending of that show is about them arriving to a whole new world, right? The new world order that we keep bringing up and whatnot.
Yeah,
so
yeah. And then we also, these whole military tribunals. This is not just it's a rumor too that's been going on in the QAnon community for a while. They're talking about mass arrests. There's going to be military tribunals. Then there's going to be mass arrests after those tribunals. So, I don't know. But yeah, the military, I think, is kind of the neutral zone when it comes to treasonous activities. And we've definitely had a lot of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the military is going to be the deciding factor, just like in Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, it's so crazy. I don't think anything's out of the question now for 2020, dude. I don't think anything's out of the question for 2020, without a doubt.
Don't give it any more ideas.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
We still have the Banking for All Act too that needs to be signed. It's been introduced and nobody's kind of seen anything on it, and that's why I think maybe this lawsuit, maybe Jay Clayton isn't trying. That's just speculation, but maybe Jay Clayton isn't trying to bring down Ripple.
Exactly.
Maybe he's trying to present Ripple to a federal judge to get that clarity.
Exactly.
So that they can, once they get that clarity for XRP and Ripple, then they can go ahead and quickly pass the Banking for All Act.
Yep.
Get everybody a digital wallet. Hold on, buddy. We've already seen the stimulus bill pass. So, then come January 1st, they could be ready to trial a CBDC with the stimulus bill.
Yeah.
And now that XRP has clarity, it's a full front, green go flag. So
Coinbase IPOing as well, right? What if Coinbase is that digital wallet? Who knows?
This is really starting to look like a well-orchestrated show.
Yeah. I mean, we still got to see the final thing so we can finally be like, haha, it was indeed. But I mean, dude, we keep seeing all these pieces falling in line, right? It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I did. I posted the link to that man, Steve Piesnick, that talks about that encryption code on the ballots.
I need to see that link, man. I can't wait to check that out. By the way, shout out to everybody who's tuned in on the stream. We got 33 viewers and 22 likes. Thank you guys so much. What's up, Carl Lewis, Legendary, Work Until I Die. Everybody in the Blue Crew, you guys are awesome. Yeah, I think Jay Clayton could be looked at as actually, because a lot of people are busting his balls right now for this, but I think like what I think Josiah was saying, Jay Clayton could be looked at as like a savior right now. He finally got the ball rolling. We've been waiting for SEC to get involved. They went to BTC, Ethereum, they made their judgments on that, and then next thing you know, they just skipped XRP and started going for like these lower cap coins out of nowhere. So it's finally about time that we get into XRP, and I'm interested to know why Brad Garlinghouse was saying this not only affects XRP but the whole crypto sector. I'm interested to hear what he was meaning by that.
Well, there might be a whole universal ruling. XRP might be the base, and then that ruling may constitute a regulation for everything.
Right. I mean, if you look at FinCEN's ruling that they had on XRP and Ripple at the time, it was basically a slap on the wrist for Ripple. XRP then became XRP2 and became independent of Ripple. It's the first crypto to get a bit license by the Department of Justice. And usually what the FinCEN and Department of Justice, see, the SEC sees as well, like we'll agree. Yeah, so what was I going to try to say with FinCEN? Dang, I was going to say something that was going to be lined up with that, but it flew me by. Excuse me.
I just sent that link to the patent to you.
Okay, awesome, man. Thank you. Can't wait to check this out. It's just crazy that you have that rule, FinCEN making that ruling back in 2015, and they said as a result that Ripple would have to, from there on, set up AML and KYC programs and be completely transparent with FinCEN and Department of Justice. And it seems like they have been, right? That they've all been pro-regulatory clarity and pro-regulations. They have SEC members and Federal Reserve members as part of their advisory groups. All these banks that are part of their steering committee that they have. So they're trying to make sure Ripple's doing the right thing. Obviously not trying to circumvent any regulations or anything like that.
Well, with all the people working for them that used to work in the banking regulation community, I think they kind of had the bases covered.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I think this is more because it wasn't I think what people are taking it as, it's like it was like as if it was an announcement that Ripple is a security. So then everybody, especially all the BTC maxis who hate on Ripple and XRP, they're like, haha, I told you it was a security. Haha. It's like that wasn't an announcement. It was just an announcement that they're suing, right? That they're taking it to court. It wasn't an official announcement of anything.
Keep everybody watching something and focused on something until the regulatory clarity comes through.
Right.
Which has to occur before the cashless Super Bowl.
I love it, man. I love that.
That's the
I
same.
love
Has
that,
to
man.
happen.
I love that. And hell, we're gonna have the cashless Olympics, right, in 2021 as well.
Yeah, Summer Olympics get to happen in Japan.
Tokyo,
The Olympics.
Japan. Yeah.
Biggest one.
We know
I think-
Japan loves XRP. We know they love Ripple over there.
I think the Olympics will be a bigger deal than the. I mean, of course, the Super Bowl is always a big deal in America, but I think worldwide, globally, the Olympics is what's going to set it off. That being cashless is freaking huge.
Yeah.
Because that's global. You know, that's a global event. You know, if all global standards are going cashless, you know, that's where we go. I mean, we already know that's where we're going, but.
Yeah, I'm loving the bullishness in the chat, by the way, guys. I love your bullishness. I mean, I took that as a sign that Ripple is is as big of a deal as we all been thinking about. With this SEC deciding to do what they're doing, it really confirms that Ripple is legitimately as big as we all think it is. Remember, Tesla had to go through this. Amazon had to go through this. Facebook had to go through this. You know?
Facebook, man, I hope Facebook goes down. I want to see them taken out of the game altogether.
Yeah.
I hope it for me to never see Facebook ever again.
Hey,
Didn't that guy just sell his shares? He just sold like a bunch of shares.
Oh, wow.
Like over the past couple of weeks or week or two, he sold. It was like 12 different. It was like 12 million, 13 million, 10 million, 13, 12 is like a list like this long of just each day selling another 12 to 13 million dollars worth of shares.
Damn.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, it was the end of November, beginning December. That's when he did it.
I mean, it makes sense that this is happening to the social media environment in America. I mean, if you look at what's been going on with WeChat Pay and Alipay over in China, they've been getting under serious scrutiny and regulation as well from the People's Bank of China, and they're making you guys been checking out this channel, dude. They're joining this thing called Wang Lian, which all these payments now, all their data has to go through this system, and that's been the issue with the big tech. The big tech has been trying to get bigger than the banks, right? But now the banks are catching up and being like, hey, you got to be transparent with us. We're the regulators of value here. Don't think that you can just be regulators of value all of a sudden.
Yep. Dean Lagarde will come in and lay the smack down.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's exciting times, dude. I just love that news, the convenient timing of it. Perfect, dude. Perfect timing. It's not what we expected. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't expecting some price stuff, but dang, I'm happy some news stuff came. Crazy stuff.
Dude, that blew a curveball for me. That was a bigger plot twist than, or that was just an add to the plot twist.
Right.
Of the code thing. I mean, I was going crazy last night, man. I was on like every 5 seconds. I tried to get some conversation going because I'm curious. I want to know what everybody's thinking. I want to know what's going on.
I know, man. And I was working last night and I was just like, damn, I want to stream this so bad and talk to the Blue Crew about it. But then I was like, you know what? It's actually good that we can chew on it for a bit, really digest this whole thing, and then talk about it the following day. Because I think at the time we all would have been like, wait, what the hell's going on? Oh my God, is it a security? Is it not a security? Blah, blah, blah. All this stuff, right?
I made an on-the-spot video about it, but then I had issues uploading it, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, well, fuck it, I'm just going to go to bed. So
Yeah.
I may be able to figure it out and post it later, but I don't know.
You know, what's crazy about this too is that for sure everybody in the crypto space now knows about Ripple. If you're involved in crypto in some way, shape, or form, you know about Ripple, you know about XRP. So you know about the opportunity that is possibly there in front of you. And whether you decide to take it or not, I mean, that's up to you at the end of the day. But at least the awareness is brought big time to you right there. It's nuts, dude. Like, Ripple is doing so much more for this space than even Bitcoin is. Bitcoin, I get it. It definitely brings a lot of awareness to people. But these regulation things, these regulatory hurdles are so important for the whole crypto space. And nobody's thanking Ripple for being, you know, one of the first ones to try to go through the Ring of Fire, for example. Like, it's nuts, man.
Got to keep it in the background. You got to have that bright, shiny object to keep everybody looking over here. They're doing that magician trick.
Oh, yeah. And just wait for BTC's price to go way up this week as a response to possibly that news, right? And people will be like, see, BTC is the one. Ha 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 ha. I love it, man. I love the FUD. Just throw all your FUD my way.
Yeah. What is it? It's another 6 months before that Lightning Network is even available.
Right.
And ETH 2.0, they were supposed to go live, but instead of going live, they said, oh, it was basically an announcement of it'll be another 6 months.
Yeah. Hey, convenient enough. The Flare airdrop stuff, right, is up until June, 6 months from now as well. Right?
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be January. What did I read about?
I think the airdrop stops at June. Like, I think.
Oh, it completed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's very convenient that ETH 2.0, at the same time that it announced that it was starting to transition, is around the same time Flare and Spark started really saying, hey, we're using Ethereum virtual machine combined with XRP settlement, right? And Ethereum 2.0 is its shift to sharding, right? It's sharding consensus mechanism, which is really similar to the consensus mechanism of XRP and XLM, by the way. I think it's really interesting how all those things are lining up together. That 6 month period from now, we'll see what all that means. Does that mean they're going to be interoperating? Ethan Beard in that interview with Link2 was with that like the person he was interviewing with was this lady who works for Lightning Network and made that announcement, right? And he even said, I only hold BTC and XRP. Right? Brad Garlinghouse only holds, it seems like, BTC and XRP. The only one that seems like he owns ETH is David Schwartz. David Schwartz loves speaking positively about Ethereum. But I don't know, man. That those guys know way more than we do. I mean, I'm going to be holding on to these other alts, but I think maybe maybe there is some significance to BTC after all. If Ethan Beard is saying all he holds is BTC and XRP.
This is very interesting given the CoinGeek article about Ethereum 2.0 meeting all the requirements of the Howey test, making it a security.
Right. Oh, snap. When did that come out?
That was a week ago. I sent the I didn't send the link in the message board, whatever that thing is called that I can't think of. Yeah. But the name of the article. Yeah, I put the name of the article in there. It was ETH 2.0 is a possible regulatory bomb, something like that.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to type that down on Google, and I'll check that out as well. I can't wait to check this stuff out. I'm just going to type down ETH 2.0 Howey test, and that's it.
ETH 2.0 is an unexpected regulatory bomb. That's the title.
Oh, I guess somebody gave us the official article for the the press release from the SEC. So let me just share this and look at it really quick with the people here. All right, so here we go. So SEC charges Ripple and two executives with conducting a $1.3 billion unregistered securities offering. The Securities and Exchange Commission announced today that it has filed an action against Ripple Labs, the two of its executives who are significant security holders, alleging they raised $1.3 billion through an unregistered ongoing digital asset securities offering. According to the SEC's complaint, Ripple, Christian Larson, the company's co-founder, executive chairman of the board, and CEO Bradley Garlinghouse, raised capital to finance the company's business. The complaint alleges that Ripple raised funds beginning in 2013 through the sales of digital assets known as XRP, unregistered securities, offering investors in the US and worldwide. Ripple also allegedly distributed billions of XRP in exchange for non-cash consideration, such as labor and marketing making services. Issuers seeking the benefits of a public offering, including access to retail investors, broad distribution in a secondary trading market, must comply with the federal securities laws that require registration of offerings unless an exemption from registration applies. I like that. Unless an exemption from registration applies. We'll see. We allege that Ripple, Larson, and Garlinghouse failed to register their ongoing offer and sale of billions of XRP to retail investors, which deprived potential purchasers of adequate disclosures about XRP and Ripple's business. The registration requirements are designed to ensure that potential investors, including, importantly, retail investors, receive important information about an issuer's business operations and financial condition. I like that, bringing more clarity about it, right? The SEC's complaint, filed today in Federal District Court in Manhattan, charges defendants with violating the registration provisions of the Securities Act of 1933. And so on and so forth. The case is being supervised by Christina Littleman, chief of the SEC Enforcement Division Cyber Unit, and the SEC. Wait, didn't they create that cyber unit just recently as well? Didn't the SEC release like a cryptocurrency cyber unit or something like that? There was something like that, right? I forgot if that was it. So their first execution now is this whole thing. Convenient timing as well.
Are we sure this isn't orchestrated?
Yeah, I know, right? Exactly, man.
Are we sure?
Here, I'm just gonna check. When did they make this cyber unit?
This really looks like everybody got together at the bar. And I got a really good idea.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. Oh, so they created the cyber unit back in 2017, actually. Interesting. The SEC created the cyber unit in 2017 and focuses on enforcement matters related to online market manipulation, computer hacking, and somewhat and so forth. But I'm pretty sure that this year there was something that the SEC released in terms of cryptocurrency, like unit or something like that, right? I don't know. I'll have to check that out sometime later.
Yeah, I've read PDFs from the Air Force and the Army and stuff talking about using it for defense systems and cybersecurity, but I haven't heard anything like set in stone and solid.
Right.
I did read an article from, I don't know if it was from, I think it was from FinCEN. And they said that 80% by 2021, that 80% of the departments within the military would be utilizing blockchain in things like cybersecurity, national defense, a bunch of other stuff. On top of that, there was like 2 or 3 other use cases they had for it, but that's the only thing real concrete that I've heard.
Right on. Yeah, I remember just like about weeks ago they opened up like a new I don't think it's a unit or a coalition, but I remember they released something about being more focused on cryptocurrencies or digital currencies, like this group that they made. Who knows if they have involvement in this whole thing?
Oh, a task force. So they've got a task force designated for implementing.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm
gonna have to deep dive on that because I want to know. I'm curious now.
Interesting that this cyber unit was created in 2017, the same year that the first moonshot really for cryptocurrency happened. So yeah, it's going to be a great. It's definitely theatrical without a doubt. I think a lot of people are going to be left in suspense of what the ultimate ruling is going to be for this, but I think this is the best way to get a lot of people's eyes on it as well. You know, being like, oh crap, what does this mean for the cryptocurrency space? What does this mean for Ripple? What does this mean for XRP? And everybody's going to be seeing that clarity. Everybody's going to know what XRP is very soon. Like Brad said, they want to wait 8 years to try some bullcrap that will not win. I more agree with the fact that will help move XRP to get its clarity faster. I mean, what if they've been waiting this long? Because XRP came into was created in what 2012, 2011. You had the FinCEN enforcement in 2015. So 5 years later, you finally have the SEC jumping in. Could that change something from being previously security, and due to how much time has already passed, it being considered not a security now because so much time has passed in terms of its enforcement? I think I remember hearing something like that, where if something has been around for a long enough time, like a handful of years, for example, it could be considered something different, right?
But if the Department of Justice already called it a currency in 2015,
Exactly.
then what are we doing aside from
Right.
free advertisement?
I mean, history has proven that SEC and FinCEN see eye to eye every time. There's never really a discrepancy between them ever on a ruling. So if SEC wants to be ballsy and say FinCEN is wrong, then the whole system is wrong, right? Then what we know is the Department of Justice is completely wrong.
But they're all buddies.
Right? Exactly, man. XRP Tiny Papa saying haters gonna hate.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get off here because I got my boys and they're requesting my time.
All right.
So I got my laptop back today. I so much love doing this whole Brave thing on here and YouTube and stuff on here. It's so much easier. But I did download Blankos, so when you guys are ready to play again, I'm ready to go.
All right, appreciate you, TJ. I'll talk to you soon, man. Thank you so much. That's awesome, man. Shout out to Mr. TJ Michael starting up his he has his own YouTube channel as well, and he's releasing some awesome content about regulations, crypto, all that good stuff out there. Yeah, man. Banksters are panicking now. No, the banks all know what the end game is, man. They're just playing it all like a fiddle, man. They're orchestrating this whole thing. They'll make it look like they're losing. They'll make it look like they're collapsing. Really, they're just migrating over to the internet, into that new internet financial system. That's what's happening. XRP Bags in the house. What's up, XRP Bags? I got the Brave link. If anybody wants to join into this chat, I got the Brave link in the description below. We'll probably talk about, I don't know, maybe 30 more minutes. We'll go up to 1 p.m. PST. But guys, thanks for the 30 likes, 35 viewers. We're talking with Josiah Turner, and we're just speculating about the SEC and Ripple, this lawsuit that's happening. It's good advertisement for Ripple and XRP, and definitely increasing that education. If you guys saw that Power Lunch video just before this stream with Brad Garlinghouse, they gave a good little educational lesson of what Ripple is trying to do with XRP on there. Before they even talked to Brad Garlinghouse, they're like, Ripple is trying to help with a bunch of cross-border movements, or cross-border movement of money, working with central banks all across the world. They literally are telling you this. They're educating you on Ripple and what they're doing with XRP. Hell, why would CNBC, like right after that SEC ruling, who called who? Did CNBC call Ripple and say, hey, Brad, do you want to come on and talk about this SEC lawsuit? Or did Ripple call CNBC and say, hey, we need to get on here quick? Or was this a interview that was already organized for a week or two ahead of time? That's something else to think about, right? Somebody's bringing up, what if they, as a consequence to this ruling, they burn half their XRP, or burn the XRP in escrow? What if the SEC tells them to burn the XRP in escrow as the result?
I think they just take it.
Right? Crystal Seth, what's up, man? Here's a wrench. What's up, Josiah? What were you saying? They're just going to take the XRP instead?
Yeah, it seems that they would, because they're all about money and power. It doesn't focus on anything other than that. And so
XRP Bags saying the banks will take it.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure they just came up with this idea like 6 months ago or like a year ago, playing a game of golf and sitting at the bar and went, I got a really good idea. Yeah, man, let's do that. Free advertisement. What a great idea.
Yeah, exactly, right? They're like,
really what this whole thing sounds like.
They're like, wait, how can we further just keep being, you know, in plain sight, telling people about Ripple and XRP and educating them on it, but also still making them very wary about investing in this super valuable digital currency that can allow you to transfer value in seconds securely and save millions of dollars in your business.
Yeah, final shakeout.
Totally, man, totally. I mean,
however low this goes, people out of this as possible. Have everybody getting rich.
Oh man, it's crazy, dude. I can't wait to see what Bigger Than Race is going to be saying about this. He's going to be like, haha, I told you, I knew the truth. XRP is a security. You all have been so scared. This is the truth. Truth, truth, truth. The truth. This, truth, that. Much love to Bigger Than Race, by the way. I love contrarian point of views, but even though I don't quite agree with his XRP viewpoints, I do agree with a lot of his other viewpoints on some of these other cryptos. So just having a little fun there. Hell, Pompliano coming out saying, hey, good morning to all those who aren't invested in unregistered securities. And then Brad Garlinghouse coming out like the true pro that he is. He's like, oh, by the way, good morning to you too. Remember I said I was bullish on BTC? Come on now. Pompliano saying, yeah, but how much have you dumped? How much XRP have you dumped on retail investors? Oh, come on, man. That is the cheapest shot, dude.
It didn't even make sense.
It doesn't make sense because we're still in gains. If you bought XRP at 11 cents, 18 cents, 21, 25 cents, you're still in gains with your XRP.
And doesn't the escrow account release the same amount every month, regardless of what anybody has to say about the matter? And it's set up that way for like a while now.
I know, man. It's so much bad education in this whole space. I really think I think Pomp is like a Jay Clayton, for example. I think Pomp does have some XRP, can't disclose it, has to keep pushing his BTC narrative, keep, alluding or drawing all the sheep towards BTC. Jason Williams also. Shout out to Jason Williams, though. He takes my critique pretty well, gotta say. I give him so much crap. Give both those guys so much crap on Twitter about supporting a coin that the Chinese Communist Party supports and all the massive carbon footprint it leaves behind. But
yeah. I think Pomp was at the same golf course as the rest of them had coming up with this plan.
Dude, you know what? Pomp pulled the short straw and said, fuck, I have to be the one who's anti-XRP? Okay, fine. That's okay, fine. I'll do my part. All good, guys. All good. If Pomp is so great and so knowledgeable about what he knows about XRP in terms of being an unregistered security and whatnot, why would you interview Ripple at all? Why would you interview Ripple at all? If you're so against XRP, so against Ripple, why would you do it?
They're buddies.
Yeah, man. Why would you take the chance to your viewers? Your viewers literally think just by you interviewing them that Ripple is legit. Even if you say they're not. You still took the time to interview them.
They're buddies.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, Josiah, for sure, man. It's crazy, man. They all use that same script. All of them use the same script, man. You hear Brian Brooks using the same jokes that Brad Garlinghouse says, using the same wording in terms of regulatory clarity. Oh, to transfer money nowadays, you have to put it in a briefcase and fly it there. Hell, Hester Pierce uses that same joke too. It's like, come on, man. How are they not all sleeping in the same bed or playing golf together, like you said?
Exactly.
Hell, Greg Kidd, he says he likes to say the poker table. He says, hey man, you hang around the poker table long enough with some of these people, you get to meet some really interesting people. That's how I met Chris Larson. He said that's how he met Chris Larson. That's how he met all the other awesome companies that he's invested in and making billions off of. This Greg Kidd, I would love to be his child, dude. I would love to be Greg Kidd's son or daughter, dude, because they're just gonna not have to work for the rest of their lives ever. XRPOG saying it's all a show. Exactly, my man.
Oh yeah.
Happy
Oh, yeah.
holidays to you all. How are you spending the holidays, my man?
Oh, having a great time watching this whole thing.
Yeah.
Go hang out with the family over Christmas, and then come back to this world of research.
Yeah, man.
I build stages for a living, and the whole world is shut down, so I don't get to build stages right now. I get to sit here and do research and learn how to trade crypto. That's what this whole thing has allowed me to do, which is fantastic. I 5x my money. I was shocked. I didn't know anything about trading the market. Well, you sit me down on the couch for however long it's been this year, and well, I'm going to do something.
Yeah,
I'm going to learn how to trade crypto.
Dude, and that's really a thing I think a lot of people in 2020 started experiencing, how much more involved we become with our technology and the internet space in general. And fortunately, some people came across crypto through it too.
Absolutely. The one thing that I keep waiting on is for Tesla to come out with solar panels on top of their cars. And I think I saw something the other day about that actually being a test pilot they've already made.
Wow.
And I've been waiting for this because out in way far west Texas, and they broke ground on a giant complex that they're building, big old factory. And they've, if I remember correctly, they partnered up with Graphene Solar, and so they're going to make solar panels as well as build Tesla cars out of this big old place that they're building out there, which makes perfect sense because a Tesla, in my opinion, is completely useless if you can't drive it across the country. So with the graphene technology that exists, why not just cover the entire car with graphene solar panels and then always charge your batteries? Because the beautiful thing about graphene is it's always absorbing energy from the environment around it because of how the carbon atom is structured. So it doesn't have to be sunny outside. It can be raining and you're still absorbing energy.
That is a beautiful idea, what you just brought up there. I mean, it only makes sense too, because since we're becoming wireless even more so already, we're getting done with this whole thing that requires cables, right? Anything, you having to charge up your electric car with a cable, you having to fill up with gas using a cable thing. Screw all that time being wasted trying to just recharge your car or fill up your car. How about your car just already recharges itself? You don't even have to stop by the gas station. You can save an extra 5 to 10 minutes now in your life without having to worry about, oh, do I have enough gas to make it to the next stop? Do I have enough energy to do this? You know, oh, I have to park in a certain parking lot that can support my my energy vehicle.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing that is wonderful about this whole graphene innovation, they finally got it to a good point in technology world, is they figured out how to take trash and incinerate it and use the incinerated trash as graphene.
There we go.
And run it through a little machine, and then there you go. You got your factory. So now that big old pile of trash out in the Pacific Ocean on your way to Hawaii, now you can go out there with one of those big giant James Bond ships and grab up all the trash out of there and then incinerate it, and look at that. Now it's something you can use, and now we're cleaning up the ocean, straightening everything out, and we're making stuff. Isn't that amazing?
Yep. And it's only going to continue to increase in that direction, man. Wait, what did you say?
Oh, I was just saying, why don't we do this already? We got the technology. Maybe they're waiting on all of us down here to make our money off of this crypto so that we do it.
Yeah. I mean, it really seems like Back to the Future type of stuff right there that you were just talking about, right? And it's crazy to think, you know, you do get a little conspiratorial and being like, they've been planning this for hundreds of years or however many years already, this movement. I think it's just like a constant theme that they're going to continue to be greedy ass motherfuckers, and they're going to then eventually set up a situation where we demand to maybe sacrifice a little bit of our freedom to get a new innovation, to get these things that you're talking about, renewable energy, a green standard, a green financial standard, energy standard, whatever you want to call it. But they're greedy. They'll suck it dry first and then replace it, right? And then they'll make money off of that still too. Like, it's just always generating income for them no matter what.
Yeah, because Nikola Tesla ran, what was it, the 1901 World's Fair off of wireless free energy, but Thomas Edison and his buddies put the kibosh on all
Yeah,
that.
dude. I would
We've
love
had
to
electric cars since 1870 something.
if you watch the movie The Prestige, the whole movie The Prestige, under its surface, you know how I'm all about that in terms of under the surface type of stuff. That movie isn't about two magicians. It's literally about Tesla versus Edison and how Edison ripped off Tesla. Remember, one of those magicians steals the trick from the other magician. It was about saying Tesla was all of his stuff was stolen from Edison. It's why else would Tesla be in that film to begin with? Why was Tesla even a thing for the magicians in that film, right? It I honestly think that's what it really was all about, is the competition between Tesla and Edison at that time. And obviously you know about Edison and how he's just very business savvy and put all the patents and said, hey, all your stuff is really my stuff, my man.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're going to see something similar to that with XRP and XLM. They'll be like, hey, turns out all your stuff is really our stuff. Here, who knows?
I think they already made that underhanded deal where it was, all right, you take care of this corridor, I'll take care of this corridor. Because every time one of the guys that was with XRP or was with Ripple, they finish their project and then they go on to another project that is incorporated with the XRP and all of that stuff, and it just takes care of a different corridor.
Right.
It's like they're branching out to create this big giant web of
everything's traceable
out of life, and that too, that everything's traceable. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, man. They give you the Visa, the new age Visa and MasterCard, the new age Pepsi and Coca-Cola, whatever you want to call it, and those are the only two that most of the people in the world will be using, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so crazy, man. I'm sure there'll be some. I'm really excited for HBAR, like you've been talking about as well. I think HBAR is very underneath the surface, big time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Can't have DoD contracts and contracts with even the Syria Defense Department and all these other places. You can't be that widespread in the governments of the world and their defense departments and not one day be like Halliburton or Raytheon.
Yeah. Yeah. And they got on the Hyperledger community way sooner than a lot of these other cryptos. Like, they got on before the Cardanos, before the what's it called, the AGIs. And Hyperledger literally says they want to use HBAR, and that's always an encouraging sign. They've done like videos on their YouTube talking about how Hyperledger is using Hedera hashgraphs. So that just keeps making me more bullish about it as well. We're talking about Accenture and the DTCC running that whole operation. So that's a big deal.
Absolutely.
Modus Creation, what's up, guys? We're about to be wrapping up this video sometime soon in like about 7 to 10 minutes. Appreciate you all tuning in. We're talking with Josiah Turner, Blue Crew member, DLT member, longtime supporter of the channel. Appreciate you, dude.
Appreciate you. Thank you much, man.
Yeah, man. Do you have a Twitter, by the way, or a YouTube channel or something?
I do have yes, YouTube, yes, Twitter, no. On YouTube, the only thing you're going to find off of me is I made 2 commercials because I make bags for us backstage and tools. So I got one commercial for the hammock that I built. It's a crazy hammock, does all kinds of stuff. You can rappel off of it. You can turn it into a lounge chair. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then I made a hammer. You got to see this thing. I just made a new one.
Yeah, dude, I want to see this. You'll see CBD Coca-Cola. Oh, yeah, that's going to be big. Crypto Yogi, by the way, and Modus Creation. You guys got wrenches. Welcome to the Blue Crew.
So for working backstage,
yeah,
building these big, giant steel stages that only fit in football fields, you need a pretty honking hammer. And I didn't want to carry 3 tools at once, so I wanted 1 tool. So
nice.
You got pry bar, back out punch, and fat head to it.
Badass, my dude.
So the new version that I just made, this is generation 8. A little bit longer handle. And this big giant spike here.
Damn.
I haven't finished it off. I'm going to shave that off. It's got to be narrowed down a little bit. Take the spike off of there so I don't damage the pins and the rest of the steel. Flatten it off. But this fits better on the ledgers so that you can put it inside one of the holes of the ledger, and then you can stand on here as you can have another place to stand. And then nice long bar, because I like to use it as a load bar brilliant. As well. Kind of bending stuff. And
so you help build stages for events and things like that?
Yeah, last year I was on tour with the Rolling Stones.
Dude, nice. That's awesome, man. I love that.
Yeah, when the stage was done, it looked simple, but I called it the art project. It didn't matter what part of the stage you were building. It was this elaborate art project to build any part of it. It was a task. It was a task.
And then you're just like, all right, I'm figuring this. I'm going to create some new innovations here. I need to make my job more convenient, and then hopefully it catches on. That's awesome.
Yeah, because a lot of the guys that carry the 3-pound, we call it a 3-pound mini beater. It's a little 3-pound hammer, and that's great until name the situation.
Right.
And then, so I got tired of it. I got tired of not having enough ass, and so I made my own hammer. And the first one was 7 pounds, big old beast of a hammer. I actually have it. You want to see it?
Yeah, I'm down. By the way, the den, I would, let's be calm about it. Let's not panic just yet. It's 45 cents. We're still in a really nice retracement area of this consolidation. Now, if it's a full retracement and it goes down to, for example, 32 cents, then you're totally right. It did free fall. But right now, we're still around a former area of support that we're treating, or former area of resistance that we're treating as support. So let's not jump ahead of the gun. I hear you. A lot of people are thinking that crypto or XRP is gonna, collapse because of this news. We'll see, man. The whales would have dumped already, big time, if they were really scared about all this stuff. So we'll see, man. You're right. It probably could go down all the way into the 30s and stuff, but it hasn't yet. We're still around a good golden retrace zone for consolidation from the initial impulse that we had. So just wanted to bring that up.
Absolutely. It's the final shakeout.
Yeah, man.
Scare as many people as possible.
Yeah, exactly.
Buy cheap and get along.
And it's crazy. You're getting buying pressure from this. You're getting buying pressure underneath this candle. It's not a very, very strong candle at all. I mean, we'll see what the next coming days bring. But like you said, it's a shakeout. Wherever it goes, if it goes back into the 30s to the 20s, I'm still accumulating until I hear an official announcement about this thing. This isn't an official announcement at all.
That's right. I know what's going on.
Yeah. But I love that you made that tool, man, because I do a camera assistant work mostly, but I sometimes do grip work on sets and stuff like that. And like having those multiple tools at your disposal, I have my own little bag with like my Allen keys, my wrenches, and just having those multi-tools that are so convenient to put in your pouch or in your pocket or in your belt or something like that I appreciate what you did there, because I'm already looking at that. I'm like, dude, you can use that for so many things that can save you some time from having to go to your bag back and forth and whatnot,
Exactly. Saves a minute, saves 30 seconds, and saving those seconds over an entire day you save a couple seconds, you save a couple minutes, and then it saves hours.
Yeah, exactly.
And that extra 30 seconds also saves it saves space. It saves somebody else from jumping in there and taking your job. It saves all kinds of stuff.
Exactly, because you're working faster. I mean, it's almost like you just created XRP, man, with your hammer. Because that's what it's really going to be doing for these businesses, man. That's why I'm still amazed. A lot of people aren't really understanding why it's so important, and the first mover advantage that it has in terms of being a cryptocurrency that is fast to use, cheap. You have businesses, dude. That MoneyGram interview that happened just 4 days ago, 5 days ago, and they were saying, "Hey, we've had very tremendous success with our digital businesses." Hell, I don't know if you know about MoneyGram stock. They went from like $1.10 all the way up to like $7.
Oh yeah, I threw some money at it.
Yeah,
when it was.
Yeah,
I bought it at $1.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm loving those gains.
dude, it's so funny. I remember when that announcement came out that they were partnering, and everybody in the XRP community was like, "Oh, I'm jumping on this MoneyGram stock." You know, people started buying some MoneyGram stock. It didn't do anything for a while, but if you held, man, you got. We were all like, "Hey, if Ripple's investing in MoneyGram, I'm investing in MoneyGram," and it's a great example of a company using Ripple, using XRP, and succeeding doing so. That's amazing.
Absolutely. Until this year, I never made money trading the stock market. And then this year, I started researching and learning how all this stuff actually works, and then paying attention and jumping on the early stuff. And absolutely, if the early investment into innovation is the fastest way to, or the best way to create the most wealth.
Yeah.
What's that statement? I can't remember.
The early adopters benefit or something like that, or I don't know what the.
See, the greatest generation of wealth is early investment into innovation.
Yeah, I can hear that. I mean, that's if you invested in March when everybody was scared, that statement of be greedy when others are fearful, and the stock market crashed and the crypto markets crashed, dude. A lot of people have made tremendous gains since then, right? On their yearly return, if they held since March.
That was my my little feelers went off at that point, because I'd been hearing all this talk for such a long time. Oil's gonna go to negative and the dollar's gonna crash. This is gonna happen. I've been hearing that for like 10 years.
Right.
Okay. Now all of a sudden one day on Bloomberg, oil futures are at negative $40. Holy shit, it happened. And that's when I perked up. Oh my God, it happened. Okay, so I missed 2008. I missed the Google. I missed the internet. I'm not missing this one.
No. And
that's when I jumped in hot and heavy.
Exactly, man. And
it's been great. It's really the only thing that's kept me alive. It's fantastic.
I mean, yeah, knowing about this space as well has brought a lot of comfort in my 2020, because if I hadn't done research, if I hadn't known about this space and what's really going on in the bigger scope of things, if I hadn't followed the digital nomad investors, the Jungle Inks, or the money movement, and other YouTube channels out there that have to deal with finances or anything like that, or cryptocurrencies, I would definitely wouldn't know what to think. If I didn't know about cryptocurrency in general, or what big tech is doing or anything like that this year, I don't know how I would have really responded to all this stuff that's going on. But I'm happy I did know about it, because once all this shit started going down and we're embracing technology and being on the internet even more, it's like, oh, game on. We already know what the end game is right here. Starting to see contactless payments happening everywhere. Hell, I couldn't even deposit in some banks around my area. They don't even allow you to deposit cash anymore. Like, what the heck is going on? Yeah, I had to go to another. I do Bank of America, so I went to one, no accepting of cash. I go to another, they accepted cash. So it's not like it's all of Bank of America. But I've started noticing, like, why are they, like, what it's happening more often, which I think is interesting.
As in the ATM wouldn't accept the cash?
Yeah, I would go to the bank and their ATMs were saying no withdrawal, no deposit of cash. Unfortunately, I was able to go to another one and it accepted cash. So it's not, I don't think it's like a global thing of Bank of America not accepting cash or anything. But, we're, like you said, no doubt, even the Super Bowl is going to probably be cashless. It makes everything's turning into cashless. You're scanning a QR code to get the menu for the food menus that you're trying to look at if you're trying to pick up takeout or anything like that for certain places. That migration over to digitalization is happening, and yeah, man. This year has been a whole shift without a doubt. But we're gonna be wrapping it here. Josiah Turner, appreciate you tuning in, my man. If you have any last statements that you want to bring up or talk to the Blue Crew about, feel free.
Oh, I don't really have anything left other than, hey, that cashless Super Bowl article came out in November. I think it was November 6th or something like that. That's when Super Bowl, the NFL has partnered with Visa to move forward with the cashless Super Bowl.
I'm gonna check that out on Google as well. I got some homework to do today. I like it. Oh yeah, there we go. They announced it on November 20th.
Oh, 20th. Okay.
Yeah, interesting. And that's when we started getting those jump in prices too for XRP and XLM around that time too.
Yeah, because Visa bought Earthport, which runs on XRP, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, we get that regulatory clarity. They already have the whole system set. That all that infrastructure has already been set in place. You get that regulatory clarity, you can really just start popping off on the XRPL on the Ripple net.
Yep.
However small a scale it is, it's important.
It's got to FUD the market until the last possible second.
I know, man. I know.
Let them know.
I'm excited. But thank you, Josiah Turner, for tuning in. Hopefully you can tune in again sometime in the future, man. Good talking with you, bro.
Good talking with you too, man.
Alrighty. So, here, let me set this up. All right. And there we go. All right, we're back. Guys, I just want to say thank you all so much for tuning in for another DLT crypto. Well, it wasn't crypto charts and news really, but good DLT crypto chat, guys. Talking about Ripple, talking about the SEC enforcement. Trying to get this organized here, but it's okay. Appreciate you all tuning in. Thanks so much for the viewers who tuned in for the power lunch. That was amazing, man. What a crazy turnout for that power lunch. Unreal. And thanks to any new subscribers to the channel. Thanks for the likes. Shout out to the Blue Crew. Shout out to the DL team. Guys, exciting times ahead. I hope everybody is having a happy holidays. I hope you all have a happy Christmas for those who are celebrating Christmas. Much love to the Blue Crew. Much love to the DL team. I'll probably see you guys tonight for a DLT late night live stream. Looks like it's going to be fun. And whatever happens to the price is going to happen to the price. But guys, things are set in motion now. We will be getting regulatory clarity either before the end of this year or definitely in 2021. Excited to see what happens. Once again, thank you everybody for your support. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, distributed ledger technology is the future, and the future is bright. All right, I'll see you guys very soon. And remember, guys, I'll never tell you guys what to do. Just tell you guys what's up. And what's up is SEC. Soon, Ripple. We'll see what ends up happening there. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Adios.